One of the best ways to make money in GTA 5 is the Asset Lab business. Here's how to set it up and easily make millions. First, before you start even making money, you will need to unlock the business. But how? You will first need to go to the big R letter on the map to start the first those missions which you need to complete in order to unlock the business. At the end of the first mission, you will drive to a warehouse next to the casino where the business will be at, and the warehouse after the mission will be called the Freak Shop. When the mission is finished near this Freak Shop location, you will get a yellow D letter on the map to which you will have to go to complete the other 5 missions to unlock the business itself. And don't worry, the missions will be easy to complete, and I completed all the 6 missions on my low level account with just the armored Kuruma and some simple weapons. And the best part about these missions is that after the 6 missions you will have earned yourself over $600,000 for completing the missions for the first time. But don't go spending the money yet, since you will need it a bit later, and I will explain all that very soon. More importantly, when you finish the last first dose mission, you will steal the Brigade 6x6 truck, which will later become your Asset Lab business, since the whole business will be inside this truck. Okay, now you have the stolen truck, but it is still not the Asset Lab, so you will have to do a few more steps to complete the setup process. After those missions, you will get these 3 yellow icons on the map to which you will need to go to get the Asset Lab equipment. You will only have to go to one of them to get the equipment, so choose the closest location. It will be a really easy mission where you just have to load 3 pallets on a truck and drive it back to the Freak Shop. When you come back, now you will be able to go up to Mud in the Freak Shop and upgrade the regular Brigade 6x6 to the Asset Lab, which will cost you $750,000, and that's why I said to not spend the money yet. And now you will finally have the full working Asset Lab business, and together with it, you will also get the Mancha Scout delivery bike, which you will use to deliver the asset to the customers. I would also like to mention that you will be able to use the delivery bike and the Asset Lab in free roam and will be able to call them in through your service tab. You will also be able to come up to Mud at any time to customize both the Asset Lab and the delivery bike to make them faster and better looking. More importantly, you can upgrade the Asset Lab's equipment, which will make the business even better, making you more profit in less time. To unlock this equipment upgrade, you will have to complete 10 Fooligan missions by calling Dax on the phone or coming up to him in the Freak Shop to start the missions. The missions will only take 10 minutes to complete, however, between the missions there will be a 48-minute cooldown in real time. But trust me, it will be worth it when you hear how much of a difference the equipment upgrade makes. Enough of the setup process, let's talk business. As mentioned earlier, the whole business will be inside the truck. Basically, this business will work really simply. You will have to buy or steal supplies, after which Mud will make the product out of the supplies, meaning the business is passive and will work without your input. You will just need to come back when the product is made to sell it for profit. And I will explain if you should steal or buy the supplies a bit later. Now, how much money can you expect to get from the product? If you have the equipment upgrade, the maximum amount of product you can sell will be worth $335,000. Mine is a bit higher, since if you change the product name, you will have a 5% increase in the sell value. However, if you don't have the equipment upgrade, you will only get $237,000, but that's not all, since if you have the equipment upgrade, your product will be made in 4 hours, and if you don't own the equipment upgrade, your product will be made in 6 hours. So you can see that with the equipment upgrade, you can expect twice as much money. But that's only the maximum product value, and you will need supplies to make the product, so let's now look if the product is worth buying or stealing. The cheapest option would be to steal the supplies, since obviously you don't need to spend money to get them. In the Asset Lab, you will see a bar for the supplies and the product, which will fill up independently of each other, so let me further explain it in a bit more detail. For a full bar of supplies, you will need to do 8 resupply missions if you don't have the equipment upgrade, or 4 resupply missions if you have the equipment upgrade. The resupply, or simply called stealing missions, will also take quite a bit of time, which I will factor in the later calculations. Also, if you don't have the equipment upgrade, you will need 3.2 full supply bars to fill up 1 product bar, and with the equipment upgrade, you will only need 1.6 bars to fill up the full product bar. Now let's put all that information in one table. In this table, in the first number column, you see the cost of the supplies. In the second column is the time it takes to make the product, including the time for stealing missions. The third column shows the profit, excluding the cost. And finally, the fourth column shows the hourly profit. It is quite clear that if you want to make good money, you need to buy the equipment upgrade, since without it, you will either make very little money or it will take too much time. And if you have the equipment upgrade, it is much more worth it to buy the supplies since you make more money per hour. And don't worry about the relatively small hourly income compared to other businesses, since this business will work in the background and you won't need to do anything apart from buying the supplies on the phone. You now see all the numbers, but you still don't know how to sell the product, so let's go do that now. To sell the product, you will have to come up to this part of the Asset Lab and press E to start the sell mission. There are 3 different sell missions at random, so let's quickly go through them all so you know what to expect. The first mission out of the 3 will be the stash mission. You will be able to recognize it immediately since you will get ABCD markers on the map. You will have to go to those points on the map, and when you get close to any of them, you will get 3 spots on the minimap where you can drop off the product by simply coming up to the spot and pressing E. Only catch will be the undercover cops that you will have to look out for. They will always be in this undercover police car, and if you drop off the product in their vision, you will immediately get a wanted level which you will need to lose before going to another drop-off point. So you need to look out for them and drop the product off where they won't be able to see you, and that's exactly why there are 3 possible spots to place the product. After you stash the product at all 4 locations, you will need to leave the area and you will receive your payment. Another mission will be a Paperboy sell mission. For this sell mission, you will have a waypoint on the map which you will have to go to. When you are there, there will be a milk crate near a house or other livable spot in which you will have to throw the newspaper which has the product inside of it. If you do not have the paper in your hand, you can find it in your gun wheel in the throwables section. There will be 10 drop-off points in total, and when you deliver to all of them, you will receive your payment. And the last sell mission is the police sting mission. In this mission, you will also get a waypoint on the map to which you need to go to. It will always be a multi-story parking garage with a bunch of suspicious cars. At this garage, you will need to go to a specific car and try to drop off the product. I say try since when you do that, you will instantly get 3 stars and all the cars in the garage will turn out to be undercover cops that will shoot at you. Now you will have to run away from them and lose the wanted level to proceed in the mission. When you have lost the wanted level, you will get a location on the map and need to go to it to drop off the bike and leave the area to receive the payment. My advice for the specific sell mission would be not to go through the process of getting caught red-handed in the parking garage, and I suggest when you get to the garage, just explode any car in the garage which will initiate the sting operation. This way it will save you time by not needing to go to the top of the garage, and you exploding the cop car won't even change the mission or increase the wanted level, so it is much more worth it to do the missions this way to save time. So hopefully this video helped you to understand the business better, and if it did, consider subscribing. And as always, I will see you lovely people on the next one. Have a wonderful day.